Okay, the big question is, where am I? I'm even asking myself. It's rare that I stop at a rest stop, but when you need to rest, you need to stop, right? No solicitation. I don't have anything to sell. I guess that's what that means, right? Don't sell stuff. I think so. I had to make that quick. That was Dooley County rest stop. It's probably one of the nastiest rest stops I've ever stopped in my life. It was disgusting. But that's not important right now. Let's see. Vienna. Austria is a lot flatter than I thought it was. I drink a lot of water. And it said the next one is 23 miles. Car parking, truck and travel trailer parking. So, we might just do a United States tour of rest stops, but probably not. Okay, we're near Idaho. There's Lake Idaho on the right, and sign that says Tift County. So that's where we are. Well, I decided to make a little detour at the historic agriculture thing, but I don't know. Maybe you just drive in there. Let's go see. ABAX. So this is the the exhaust on this machine I'm driving is horrible. So anyway, there's some hay rakes on the left. There's a grader on the right. And that's it. So what you hope when you come to one of these things, that it's not, that everything you see is not something that's piled up in your old chicken house back home. I want to see something different. So if you've never been here, welcome. Neither have I. Those are like Gigantor. Hit and miss engines, maybe not. Oh, that's the there's the museum. Yeah, people. Georgia Museum of Agriculture and Historic Village. Entrance. I guess it's open. I think I'm the only one here. Well, they don't open till tomorrow. Guess I'll never see it. You know what they say, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes.
Welcome to Florida.
Welcome to Florida. rest stop number 3. Welcome to Florida. Welcome to Florida. We're gonna go right here and be welcome. Stop number, what is it, 4? Gotta stop for a little, that was a good little bump. A little Loves and the Florida Crow. Stop number 375. You could be my Silver Springs. There was a sign back there that said Howard Johnson. I have not seen one of those since I was about 1.5, and they changed their sign to Hojo and no one went there anymore. That must be the last one on earth. I was gonna catch you up on where I am, but I decided to get you to see if you can identify all the bugs on the windshield. There's a city in front of us. I know 3 things, and one of them is traffic leaving whatever city that is ridiculous. So when I get ready to leave, oh, Tampa. I said Tampa city limits. I gotta get your head up. You look like you hurt yourself. There you go. So this is Tampa. I guess it's just gonna have to be tunnels and things like that. Anyway, let's get a little closer. So I need 45A. So if you don't mind, don't let me pass it. Apparently, Tampa has a population about twice the size of the Hamburg back at the berm. So that should mean that there are more people here. Usually, if you have double the pop. Bruh, got that beater up in there. Alright, we need 45A. This is where it's gonna get a little hectic. There was a sign back there that said, prepare to stop when flashing. If I'm not mistaken, flashing back home is illegal. Yet here, they encourage it. They actually prepare you to stop. Well, something else that's interesting about Florida that I'm not used to seeing is, am I going the right way? Oh my goodness. North Tampa Street. I don't know where I am. I guess I'm on the right white road. It's kind of hard to tell. But I think so. Anyway. Oh my goodness. So I just asked Siri if Tampa was considered. I gotta go this way. If Tampa was considered dangerous. It said overall it's considered a safe city. But its roads are considered dangerous. I guess you just jump out here with them, right? That guy's got a sign that says cold drinks, anything helps. So they say MacDill Air Force Base is around here somewhere, but we're gonna scan DTA. That's no DT squared, downtown Tampa. So if you've never been to Tampa, Florida, this is it. I've been a few times, too many, and here I am again. Tampa. Go Bucks. That's like Sears and Roebuck back home, I think. I could probably get in the right lane, but I don't know. Got to get up on one of these bridges over the head. Ooh, somebody made an art out of some scrap metal over there. Cremation center ahead. I think. I don't know what this is. It says with toll. And I have not paid a toll. I guess that means you pay a toll, right? I don't know. Can you pay a toll with a credit card? Can you pay a toll SunPass, or we bill you with toll by plate? Subject to minutes. So what does that mean? They just sent it. See, my offspring travel, and they just drive through tolls, and I get these oddball bills in the mail. But they know everyone. I know there's scams going around. Well, I guess you just keep cruising. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, I think I just errored. I think I'm supposed to be on the left side under this and not over it. But I don't know for sure yet. I don't know. There's a Marine Corps base back there on the right. Pretty cool. I'm going to move over here. So I wonder, Brighton Bay. Now we're looking for St. Petersburg. I have not been to St. Petersburg since I was 16, maybe? I don't know. No, I wasn't 16. I don't know. Alright, we're back on solid sand. So, look at the little miniature Eiffel Towers they have. Representing St. Petersburg. St. Peter. I wonder if that's the biblical Peter. Well, I don't know where the Berg comes from. There's no mountains down here. Maybe it's Burger. Maybe there's a cattle or a beef farm down here. St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg. Maybe it is a restaurant. St. Petersburger. Hey, that's a good name for a restaurant. St. Petersburg city limits. If they have running water here, I'm gonna have to find a restroom real quick, and then wow, there's some big old boats over there. But anyway, cheese me. This is why I came to St. Petersburg, because this is where my oldest girl. Come and give me hugs on camera. This is where my oldest girl lives now for a little while. So we're gonna have some chips at the heat. So here we are. I don't know what this jam is. It may block our whole video experience. I have no idea the name of this place. My bride couldn't come because Geronimo has the coves, and so I just came all by me lonesome. Check it out. That was a getaway. Maybe that's where we are. It's kind of neat, isn't it? Beats, please order at the Cabana. All right, we're going somewhere else. Heading back with the sun at my back. Not back north yet, but I'm gonna cross the bay here, and a lot of y'all should recognize where I am. Maybe. It is a little prettier with the sun at my back, and not so much traffic. So this is where she lives now for a little while, and then she's potentially starting her master's or going back overseas. She's just figuring it all out. So you just gotta figure it out, right? Now I gotta not miss my turn. If you've ever been to Tampa, then you've probably been here before. Now I gotta find some holes in the ground or some spots. Or either gotta head back north where there's like dirt. This is the first time with my eyeballs seeing a cell tower, or whatever that tower was on the right, dressed up like a Christmas tree. I think if I was on the city thing, I would vote just leave it a tower, because it looks like a tower that's like a fake Christmas tree. But that's just me talking. I mean, it's really up to you. Sorry, that's my inner Alan Jackson. So if you've been here, raise your hand. I gotta figure out where to go, 'cause I don't remember. Ah. Okay. Speed limit is 25. As usual. And if you get pulled over doing a 3.5 and a 2.5, you can rest assured you're gonna get a ticket. Click it or ticket. Now I don't know what to do with these. Anyway, let me show you my temporary home away from home. Uh-oh. I'm doing 2.9 and a 2.5 and a 3.5 Wayfarer. I don't need that there. I need this here. Just kind of talking to myself. All right. Pretty out here, isn't it? Air Force, they do have some of the nicest bases. Although Pensacola Naval Air Station was pretty doggone nice. There's the exchange. That's if you want to exchange your money for Florida currency when you come in from Alabama. You go there and you go to the exchange. Keep hitting 3.0 and a 2.5. Okay, so how many of y'all are stationed here or lived here, or did the pokey hokey pokey here? We will go right over here to this sign. Not that we're not going to Unstenscomp Visitor Center or the Unskentcomp other thing. to the housing office. No, we're not. We're going left. So if you're going to join the Air Force, it's probably a good idea. Or if you're going to join the Army, it's probably a good idea. Or if you're going to join the Navy, it's probably a good idea. But you have to choose a professional field in the Navy, or you will for sure 100% be haze, gray, and underway, wishing you had made a different decision on another day. But some people love it. Card issue. I don't need another one of those. Isn't it pretty here? I think so too. I'm just giving you a quick little tour. Chevron Park. Made it. 5-star hotel. Officially waiting on me to check in. So that's cool. I got my, I went in there and got my welcome aboard thingy. And a 1-star walked up behind me. I don't know what you call a 1-star in the Air Force. I know, you know, admirals and stuff in the Navy, and I know generals in the Army and in the Marine Corps, but I don't know what you call them in the, I don't know what you call them in the, whatever this is, Air Force. I gotta figure out where I'm parking. And then I'll show you my camp where I'm staying. This place is nice, isn't it? Check this out. Look at how nice this is. I'm trying to turn you slow instead of like that. Isn't it nice? Oh, I'm struggling here. Check it out, it's nice, isn't it? Got a little telly. And there's the out of doors. I saw a cat. I played around outside. There was a cat under a car, but I felt a little goofy. So what if you wake up to this every day? It'd be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? This is a beautiful base. It makes me miss being in the military. Just the structure and the focus and the dedication and the I don't know, everything you put into everything to make it perfect and right. But for those of you who know the Lord, no matter what you do, whether you eat or drink, do so as unto the Lord. It's interesting for a lot of people who are in the military because they when you're younger, you think, man, I got to get out. I want to get out and get in the real world and do this and do that. Okay, what's the real world? You know, like right outside that gate. There's always somebody going to tell you what to do. I don't know where that came from. That's just my inner advice column. And that's it for the MacDill update. A beautiful place. Anyway, that's why I'm here. Well, that's not the whole reason, but anyway, came to see my scroll. So we'll wrap this one up. Thanks for watching my videos. Okay, so the video's not over after all. I'm gonna get a haircut at this place over here because I need a haircut. I haven't had a haircut in a month, which is unlike me. I know you're wondering. Check it. I know it's thin, but my goodness, it gets long and it gets thinner, like the movie. You know the movie Thinner? And it's like somebody put a hexagon on me. You remember in some of those old movies where they put like a hexagon on people? So I've got my directions. Oops, I need to get over here. Hey, he brought his dog to work. Did you know that anybody can apply online and get a service blanket for their dog? I'm gonna do it, and but I'm gonna have it where I can have a little slot where on the dog pouch where I can slip a little church pistol on the side, a couple of dog bones on the other side, a couple of water bottles on it, and then instead of service dog, it's just gonna say just a dog. I'm a dog, you can pet me. You know, like most of them say, do not touch, do not look, do not smell my dog's rear end, all that stuff. You know, because it's the dog. Mine's gonna say, yeah, of course you can pet me, I'm a dog. So anyway, I worked with a fella who had a service dog, a little small one, and he taught me a lot about it because I've always wondered what they do. And his dog, if he started having like an attack of some sort, or a not an attack, but whatever, you know, like if he started having anxiety issues or something like that, his dog would come up and nudge him or something. And it was a little dog. It looked like that old movie Benji. It looked like that. It was about 130 years old. He said it was due for retirement, but he couldn't. He just loved being with the dog. And he said if the dog comes up to him and he doesn't respond, the dog will start barking at him and doing all kind of other things. And then he said if he still doesn't respond, the dog will go and start barking at other people to get somebody to come to it. And I've talked to a few other people, and they said, yeah, their dogs will do that. So I learned a lot that they can do more. I'll be honest. My thought was, who needs a service dog if you can surround yourself with people who care about you and love you and who can respond to your needs? But dogs can be trained to sense things that a human can't sense. But I don't get a ticket. And I never knew that. I knew dogs could smell. They can actually smell cancer on people. And they can do other amazing things. But, like I say, these dogs can actually sense when people are when they're struggling, which is amazing. So, and then my next thought, well, how do people make it through World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, and all these other conflicts all these years, and they don't have a dog? Yeah, I'll admit, I was being a little judgmental up front. You know, like a lot of people, you see somebody with a service dog and you say, oh yeah, okay, you just want to be able to take your dog in somewhere. And then I learned from my daughter and my bride and other people who are, I suppose, are just a lot more loving and caring than I am. But anyway, they said, well, they didn't know that stuff back then. Nobody knew, because people didn't talk about it. They weren't open enough to talk about things they struggle with. And now people do. And that's a good thing. It's all a good thing. So I am definitely man enough to admit that I was wrong in many cases with the dog. So look, here's where we are right now. You got a little bit of extra on the top, a little bit of gray around the sides and back. We're gonna make that change. 10 minutes. I promise you, 10 minutes only. 10 minutes and $20. I remember crashed cars like that on the basis too. There was even one in Japan about drinking and driving. And it's true. So I guess the video is still not over. I am going to pick up my squirrel, my oldest squirrel, Audie, and we are gonna go see the sights in Tampa. No, St. Petersburg. So with that said, that may end the video for real. And I'm probably gonna go back home to the base camp early, just because Dad's been texting and I feel like I need to be around. So anyway, thanks for watching my videos.